In a hard-hitting statement and accompanied by his running mate for the August 9th election, Martha Karua, alongside Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, the ODM leader is for the first time rising to defense of the IEBC breakaway commissioners. Odinga is coming out gun-blazing against President William Ruto, accusing him of being on a vindictive mission targeted towards Juliana Cherera, Irene Masit, Francis Wandera, and Justice Nyang'aya.
As the country faces monumental challenges, the leadership is consumed with exacting revenge and laying ground for stealing of elections in 2027. That is what the case against Cherera and her team is about.
Odinga points to the Supreme Court ruling, which faulted Chebukati over his handling of the 2022 elections.
In any case, the conduct of the commission was part of the election petition. None of the commissioners was found to have committed any offense. Only Chebukati
liable for offenses in the election. Wafula Chebukati, the Supreme Court said this itself, is not a person who is being investigated by this Committee of Parliament. It is the 4 commissioners who stood in the breach at the hour of need for this country.
Azimio is pointing to a concerted effort by IEBC Chair Wafula Chebukati and 2 other commissioners' attempts to stop Cherera from taking over matters of commission by refusing to proceed on leave. And the JLAC process is just but a related unconstitutional scheme by the president geared towards securing his chances in the 2027 elections.
They insist on illegally presiding over a by-election in order to give us convoluted results, like they gave us convoluted results of the general election.
The coalition is warning of a trajectory by the executive which he says transcends to that of a dictator akin to the Moi era that he says will not end well for Ruto's administration.
No one should lie to this regime that we will sit back and watch a return of the Nyayo regime by another name.
Azimio leaders are threatening to lead a pushback against Ruto's administration.
If it proceeds as currently conceived, will mark the beginning of a massive pushback against the Ruto and those who think like him by the people of Kenya.
Friends want to take Kenyans back to the streets. Kenyans would have wanted a peaceful Christmas. But why are you doing this to our country?
It must stop. It will not end well. No one should lie to this regime that we will sit back and watch a return of the Nyayo regime by another name.
In fact, Odinga is pointing to a state capture, which he says began with the judiciary.
The judiciary was the first to willingly give in to Ruto. A struggle is underway at the IEBC, pitting Chebukati and his team, who have surrendered to UDA, against those who want to ensure integrity of the institution. The capture is now being extended to our 2 houses of parliament.
The leadership is calling on the IEBC 4 to skip the JLAC proceedings, even as they call out Ruto for failing to constitute a selection panel for the commissioners whose terms expire in January. Martin Opio, K24 TV, Nairobi.